You are your own worst enemy. We all have this grand vision in our head of where we would like to go in life, but we're constantly striving and we can't reach it, and now we just have given up on our dreams. We've given up and we've settled for less. And then we start to believe that we're a victim. Life is against me, everything is against me. And then we start to believe that we're unworthy. We lose the belief that we had in ourselves, the confidence that we had in ourselves. I'm gonna tell you right now that you cannot fix anything going on outside of you, because everything that you get in life is a reflection of everything that's going on inside of you. All you have to do is win the war going on inside your mind to get where you want to be. We see all these wars going on outside of us, battles between countries, battles between political parties, battles between races and genders, and the illusion of separation is pushed on us so much. The illusion of division, pitting us against each other, having to pick one side or the other. In reality, we are just living externally everything that's going on inside each and every one of us. We are divided within ourselves, we are fighting a war within ourselves, and until we reach unification within ourselves, we'll never constantly reach our full potential. The only thing holding us back from living a worry-free, a limitless, a powerful life that we love is us. All the mental blockages that we have created, that we have picked up throughout the years. And we gotta spend time transcending all of these self-imposed limitations. Trauma obviously is the biggest one. I've talked about it in multiple videos. Our disempowering and negative programming that we've picked up from external forces, from society, from maybe our parents, maybe the environment that we grew up in, maybe from the school system, and then our habits of fear, of anxiety, of stress that hold us down from reaching our full potential. And when these feelings come up, let's say you struggle with feeling insecure all the time. When that feeling of insecurity comes up, I want you to, instead of feeding into it, I want you to just sit there, observe it, not react to it, and analyze why exactly is it occurring? When did I pick up this habit? Because we're carrying all this stuff from the past, all this baggage that has no reason to affect us today, but we let it. When you make it a habit of not reacting to every single thought that you have or every emotion that comes up, and you cease entangling with every thought, you then start to realize that you are actually not your thoughts, and you start to create some separation there. Because we are not our thoughts, we are the creator, we are the controller, we are the thinker of our thoughts. We can actually control what we think, and what we think becomes true. And so in that sense, we do create our reality with our thoughts, but most of us don't realize this. And so we're just going around unconsciously thinking, unconsciously letting these thought forms, these negative thought forms, project into our life without the awareness that we can control what we think. And the main thing we gotta shoot for is really to become aligned in one specific direction, one goal we have. When our thoughts, beliefs, and our actions are all fully aligned in one specific direction, it's almost like we collapse time. And we create this focal point where everything in our life starts to have a meaning, have a reason. What we do on a daily basis now has like a trajectory to shoot for. But for the longest time, I struggled so much with being divided in myself. I wanted to get to a certain place, but I couldn't control my habits, I couldn't control my impulses and my addictions, and I was constantly fighting this battle between who I strived to be and then who I was stuck as. We are prisoners of our past, and we gotta break out of it. We gotta have the courage to choose to do something new on a daily basis, to break out of old habits. And not just habits of action, but habits of thinking, programming new thoughts and new beliefs, and consciously push against our conditioning and do something new. It'll be uncomfortable at first because our mind wants us to stay in the familiar, to stay in the known. And it's scary to step into the unknown. And our mind is constantly reliving or recreating the past, or it's busy worrying about the future because we perceive a threat or that something will go wrong, or we can't control or predict something, and this alarm system goes off and it raises our heart rate, it puts us in stress mode, and that basically starts leaching energy from the heart. When we can train ourselves to relax fully and keep our focus in the present moment, then our brain activity can slow down and it stops being so erratic. And then our heart rate decreases and then our heart can fully just chill out. And the heart, when we're in a state of complete relaxation, it produces a magnetic field, and that magnetic field can expand and affect the environment around us. The heart is super, super, super powerful, and it can act as a magnet to attract what we want if we align our outside world to match or resonate with what our heart really wants. In meditation, when you start to practice meditation and start to gain experience with it, you start to actually lose track of space and time, and you become nothing. You become nobody and nowhere. You focus on nothing and you just be nothing. And nothingness is the key, because we stop overanalyzing, we stop overpredicting, we stop overthinking, and our brain can really just take a break. Our brain waves go from chaotic to slow. And we're just existing, we're not thinking about what we have to do later or how we messed up in the past. And we're in a state of pure flow. That is the key to transcending the battle within yourself and becoming unified. As Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about, heart and brain coherence. When they are balanced and they're relaxed, we stop being divided within ourselves. And then in this way, you can actually manipulate time because you lose track of time. And you can become the highest version of yourself faster. One of the biggest changes that I made was I stopped judging everything that happened in my life as good or bad. I stopped putting a label on it. I stopped looking at things as right or wrong, as black or white, because who am I to judge what is in my best interest? In reality, the seemingly worst thing that could happen to me might actually be the thing that I need, might actually be the best thing that might lead to the most evolution for me. And I stopped blocking out potential opportunities that could lead to where I desired to be faster. I stopped forcing everything and I stopped controlling so much. I just let go and I surrendered control. I stopped trying to manage everything going on in my life. I stopped overthinking and over-stressing about the future. And when you stay relaxed and present, you open yourself up to limitless possibilities. And I really got out of my own way. I took control of my internal state. I stopped focusing on everything going on outside of me, focused on what was going on inside of me, and started to alter it, started to shift it. And then those changes that I made internally reflected in my outside life. So I hope this helped. Feel free to check out my other videos after this. Peace.